Okay, so for those of you who don't know, the Bible was not written in English originally. It was written in Hebrew, Greek, and I believe one book, I think it was the Book of Ruth, was written in Arabic, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So let me read this off and I'll give you a reason why I brought this up. So when Jesus says it is finished, John 19:30, the original Greek word is tetelestai. It was a common marketplace term meaning paid in full. Jesus wasn't saying he was defeated. He was declaring victory. Every debt of sin, shame, and failure was fully paid. You're not working for approval. You're living from it. So stop carrying what was already settled at the cross. Walk free. By I don't know how to spell it, Ariadne Kidonis. That's probably a Greek name, actually. I can't pronounce it, sorry. Ariadne Kidonis. So what does that mean? Walk free. It's already been paid in full. It's done. It was done at the cross. Period. End of sentence. It's over. It's been over. Anyone who is guilting you, shaming you, blaming you, trying to hold you accountable for something that's already been paid for, that's the devil. Well, yeah, but Mike, I mean, people in church, they're always using guilt and shame. Oh, wait. Wait, are you saying I've been hanging out with demons? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These people are trying to take something away from you that you already own. It's already been paid for. They can't take it from you, and they know it. The serpent in the garden, what was his number one tool? What is the number one tool narcissists, which are serpents, use? Guilt and shame and humiliation. If anyone now is trying to do that to you, see, the reason why the serpent came along, he made up a new definition, a new word, and said, you're naked. Again, Genesis chapter 2, the last verse, which I believe is chapter 25, it says when they were in the garden with God, it said they were naked and they were not, N-O-T, not ashamed. Because they had no reason to be ashamed. God wasn't ashamed of them. And next you know, they're dealing with a serpent and they were tricked. And then the serpent told them, oh, you're naked. And they're like, what's naked? Well, that. So they covered up with fig leaves. A couple verses later, God walks in the cool of the day, the cool of the garden, says, Adam, Eve, where art thou? And it says, and they hid. Who hid? Did God hide from man? Or did they, Adam and Eve, mankind, hide from God? It says they hid. It didn't say God Almighty hid. See, most of you think, oh God, where art thou? God's standing right next to you going, I'm right freaking here. I've always been here. See, you were tricked. Here's the other part. You're not actually hiding from God. God is right next to you, looking right at you. Always has been. You are blinding yourself from acting like you can't see God. That's when people come online like, oh, there's no proof that there's a God. Derp, 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 derp. They're just saying, I'm hiding. I'm in my own little world. I'm acting like I don't see what I see, know what I know, hear what I hear, and feel what I feel. Well, you can act all you want. That's just fine. So shame, guilt, and fear block you off from the right brain, which is the awareness brain. It's the 5 senses: see, hear, feel, smell, and taste. If you block off from that, all of a sudden you lose social skills. You lose social awareness. You lose any kind of awareness. And my internal awareness techniques teach you how to reconnect to this in full. Now, the real purpose of this video is really one thing. It's to show you, because a lot of people have never really investigated the Bible. It's to show you that, look, number one, the Bible was not written originally in the English language. It was written in Hebrew, Greek, and Arabic language, okay? A lot of times, the translations that were translated over were false translations, completely wrong translations. One of the biggest mistranslations, which I believe was done on purpose and held there on purpose to manipulate and control you and to keep you down, is when it says, do you fear the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul? I'm like, no, not me. I love God with all my heart and all my soul. Why would I fear him? So in the original language that it was written, it wasn't fear. It wasn't even close to the word fear. It was to admire, to look up upon, and to seek shelter under. There's no fear there. There's protection and love there. But that's not what they want to teach you. And here's the thing. Pastors and ministers have known about this for freaking thousands of years. It really questions the pastors and ministers of this world that all this time they've known this, but they didn't break boards, break windows, smash walls to get your attention, say, hey, this is not what it means. And you know what would have been better? Is for them never to say that. For someone to say, it says to look up upon, to seek shelter under. Why not just say the truth? Because these manipulative narcissists, oh, you didn't know they were narcissists? Oh, I'm sorry. They're narcissists. They don't want you to know the truth. They never have. They've always wanted to manipulate you and keep you down to control you. Period. End of sentence. You're nothing but a workhorse for them. Just to build the world and do the things they want for them. Here's the deal. There was an actual shift that has just happened over the last 3 to 6 to 9 weeks. You know that whole, what do they call it, 3-eye atlas or whatever it's called? That came here to make an energetic shift, and it did. It gave you back you. Now the narcissists are running in fear. There was an absolute shift in energy. Don't you feel like all of a sudden you're happy again, like you feel like yourself, like your creativity came back, like everything in my life has completely came back. It's like I'm finally home. Another thing it did, it revealed narcissists to the maximum amount. People are seeing them now. Like I'm telling you, the last 2+ months, maybe, God, it's been more than that. I think it's going to be 3+ months. People were going, what the heck? Like, and here's the other thing. It amplified the narcissist energy, which forced them to do this stuff. And I remember at one point I looked at this one guy, hey, you know all those people in line can see you doing that, right? They're like, no, they can't. I'm like, they're looking right at you. And he'd look at them, look at me. No, they can't see me. I'm like, they're right there, 4 feet from you. They're looking at you. People see it. The energy shift causes narcissists, it's like it amplified them to do things uncontrollably. So it was almost as if like they literally couldn't help themselves, and they made it more obvious. They became more cocky. Here's my final message to this before we move on to the next message, which really completes this message. Anybody that tries to shame you, guilt you, blame you for their stuff, hurt you emotionally, I am telling you, they are a demon or they have a demonic entity controlling them. Period. I'm telling you, they're on the other side. If you can start realizing that, you're going to become more free. All of a sudden, those games don't work on you anymore, and you don't get affected. Just go, okay, you're one of them, and that's it. All right, I'm going to show a message in here that you probably didn't see, but now that I'm doing it, it'll be really obvious. Isaiah 1:10-15. Hear the word of the Lord, you rulers of Sodom. Give ear to the law of our God. You people of Gomorrah, to what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices to me? Says the Lord. I have had enough of burnt offerings of rams and the fat of fed cattle. I do not delight in the blood of bulls or of lambs or goats. When you come to me to appear before me, who has required this from your hand? To trample my courts? Bring no more futile sacrifices. Now, what did I say about killing animals, that wasn't of God, that God didn't want sacrifices for the animals? It says it right here. Do you know who loves blood sacrifices? Narcissists, demons, the serpent. Now, in a couple of videos, I flat out said that mankind hid from God, not the other way around. Jesus did not need to be tortured and beaten like that. That was done because mankind demanded the ultimate sacrifice. God didn't come along and say, hey, this is the way it's going to be. We're going to kill my son. It's all going to be okay. God's just going, why are you hiding from me? What's going on? And mankind's like, well, we can't just open up to God. We got to kill something. We got to give God. You want to know what I said in church? This was like the second to last, not seminar, but presentation I gave to the church. I flat out said, I go, so let me get this straight. We're going to kill one of God's animals and then say, hey, this is for you. We killed your pet. Really? Because you believed, or because narcissists believed, that the only way they can turn back to God is by killing things, then they decided to kill things. And yet it never happened. They killed one thing. And God's, okay, are we all good now? For about a day or two or a week. It's literally exactly like when you go to church and you feel cleansed and you feel great, and then maybe a day goes by and you feel really good, but then next you're feeling guilty and you're feeling shame, and all that negative stuff comes back, right? It's the same thing. So then you go to church again next Sunday. Well, it's the same thing when they're doing the animal sacrifices. They might have felt good for like a month maybe, or maybe 2 weeks or something, but then they feel guilty again. They're like, okay, we got to kill something. And then it got to the point to where mankind was like, well, how are we ever going to open up to God? Well, the ultimate, because God was getting, okay, here's the point. God literally was sick and tired of us killing animals as a sacrifice because of what we thought was wrong. So therefore we had shame and we hid, because serpent put this thing called shame in us. He tricked us, and it's still being done through narcissists. The only reason why you feel shame, someone came along and they said something and that's bad and that's wrong. Oh, I can't believe you do that. It was never real in the first place. So here's how I really, 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 really saw it on a level like unbelievable. Was a narcissist I was dealing with years ago. He invited me to his favorite burrito shop. In fact, he made a big deal about this for 3 or 4 days. I'm like, fine, let's go whenever you want, because I was sick and tired of him going, you got to go to the shop, dude. They got the best burritos. It's my favorite place. I'm like, all right. So we went to this place. He goes, well, I'm going to order for you the best burrito. I'm going to order. I'm like, okay, fine, man. Jeez. A little over the top, buddy. Well, that's kind of part of the thing, though. They want to get you all excited because then they can shame you more because your energy's amped up. Your emotions are amped up. But I was a bit more mature. I've been through this game before. So we sit down. The burritos are served to us. We start to eat. And he looks at me and goes, really, man? I'm like, what? What's going on? What's wrong? Like, and I knew this was some kind of game. I could just, he overplayed his cards. And he's like, man, I can't believe you, man. I'm like, believe me what? What's going on? Now, I intuitively knew he was trying to shame me. And I'm looking at him like, is this guy trying to shame me because I'm eating a fucking burrito? And I know I've said this story, but it fits in perfectly here because this is what made me realize what this serpent was doing. And it's still going on now. It's happened to you hundreds and thousands of times in your life. When you finally see the bullshit, you can call the bullshit, and the bullshit gets nullified and void. That's the point. So he goes, really, man? A white dude in a burrito shop eating a burrito? Now, by the way, he was a white dude. And he was the one who invited me to his favorite white dude burrito shop. And that's what I said to him. I go, you do realize you're the one who invited me here, and you do remember you're white, right? And he gets real quiet, like, oh, shit, this isn't working. And then I said, you do realize a burrito is an American dish, right? He goes, no, it's not. It's a Mexican dish. I'm like, no, it's not. I go, miss, where are you from? She's from Mexico, by the way. And I go, was the burrito invented? Where is it from? She goes, well, America, why? She said, right here in Los Angeles. Now, she had overheard him trying to shame me, and she was grinning from ear to ear, and he had looked at her like, oh, fuck. And like, yeah, bro, no one's down with your bullshit. This whole shame game never should have had to been paid for in the first place. Jesus paid for it because he was like, well, if you believe that if you get the ultimate sacrifice, the Son of God, the sinless one, then let it freaking be. And he died so you would come back to God. If you don't come back to God at this point, it's 100% on you. Now, if somebody doesn't like this video, guess what? They're a narcissist. They're trying to trick you. If someone doesn't like what I'm saying, guess what? They're a narcissist. They're trying to shame you. They're trying to blame you. They're trying to guilt you. Once you see the game over. By the way, the name of the song is Royalty. Because you are royalty. You are a prince or princess of God. And they know it. That's why they've always attacked you your entire life. They don't want you to remember who and what you are. You are a child of God. God is the highest royalty. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. She said, till the battle's won, till kingdom come.
Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
God bless you guys. Live like royalty because you are princes and princes of the King. God bless you guys. Go ahead and click subscribe, click the like button, go ahead and make a comment, and remember you can support this channel by leaving a donation. There's a PayPal link right there in the description box. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.